now we're live. Now shut down the preview so that it conserves my power. Which, before you even introduce ourselves, did you guys see the graphics card news?
Oh,
yeah, I already knew about that.
The ridiculously priced 480. Oh, 4080.
Okay, not that, but
Yeah, that's stuff that started coming out yesterday.
I was talking about GTA, but I decided to just cancel all 3D cards.
So, do you think that means that the 30 series is going to get cheaper sometime soon? Because that'd be really great for my Christmas shopping.
No. As I understand it, it was actually a lot of contention with just simply dealing with NVIDIA. And just trying to, make a decent card be good to the users was just too cost ineffective or stressful.
Treating our customers well is too cost effective.
Well, it was a thing of they were dealing with NVIDIA, who would not tell them the price, the MSRP of their chip, until it came out publicly. So they always had to guesstimate how much the new chip was going to cost and how much their board was going to cost compared to NVIDIA's board. Secondly, NVIDIA could always has always undercut them with every release. Because, they don't have to use, extra resources, things like that, to how well their chip operates or any sort of peculiarities with the architecture. So they can offer, the same board at 25% less.
So with that, hi everybody. We're FRG Geeks.
Hello.
It just
We've done the intro yet?
As soon as I was talking about performance and stuff like that, I knew I had to say that part out loud before I would forget it, or we would lose it in tangent. Mm-hmm. But we can always come back to us. I always come back to us.
Less.
Full House today, MPX, Megametus, Ates, and Asher. All watching me suffer through this last bit of the game.
Yes. Because we just simply want to see you cheat Millennium.
You know what? That is...
See which type of cheese? Gouda,
So,
Swiss, blue?
here's one of the disappointing things about how this game works, is that I really can only fight her the one time, right? So do I go for kicking her ass if I think I can pull that off? Or do I go for something more interesting? But I only get one way to do any of those things. Because yeah, I could use my flame abilities to try to see if that will do her out quick. Or I could use my scythe abilities and see if I can do it with that. But I only get the one. It's a hard choice. Not like I can have a save state and try it again later. Because these are things I can think on if I even make it. Speaking of which, this is where I need to do a scene change, because I can take these knights out better with my scythe. Take this guy out without drawing anybody else's attention. Yep. No, no, no! Press the wrong button! Oh, that's fine. It's fine. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. You missed! Fucker! Oh, okay. Bloody boy. Nope. No.
Actually touch the grace this time.
Reach out and touch Grace.
Oh,
You're
A
around
tree.
personal elder.
Oh shit. A lot of things going on there that I didn't expect. Like, didn't realize I had the dragon button. It hurt.
Dragon, dragon, rock the dragon, dragon, Elden Ring Z.
If only I was playing a two-fisted oh, wait, I do have two-fist weapons. We can do it!
two dragon faces.
Hmm?
Weren't you the one to give him the second?
I was about to say, did he forget that he's the one that gave it to me?
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. It's like,
He's-
you have two of them? I gave
Yeah.
you one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were exclaiming you were surprised to see two of them.
No, I was gonna say, don't you have two of them? I gave you one.
I absolutely do have two of them. Was this where I died last time? Yes, I guess it is. Enough of that. Whoa! Interesting. Haven't seen someone do that before. Not even you like powered through my ability. That's cool. It's like my other tank character. I appreciate that. You give me the good stuff. Burn. Oh, you rotted me.
That looks Starfire.
Okay, carry on.
You're not gonna get that item?
It's in the poison swamp. It's not very appealing in there.
Okay. Just saying it could have been like a super seal. Now we'll never know.
Nope.
No one will ever know.
If you don't get it, it's a champion seal. If you do get it, it's just a stupid plant part.
Yeah, the leaf. This time, I'm going to do the thing I should have just done last time and just run right past him. And not pretend to fall, not try to poke him from a distance. Just going to jump and run.
Good old jump and run. Jump and run, man.
And I'm going to make sure I have plenty of juice. Okay.
Bug juice. Blue raspberry. Eddie, why did you go down?
That was on purpose. That's what I meant to do.
Exactly. Didn't mean
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Why not? Why wouldn't? Oh wow, you got me. So never mind.
I'm pretty
I'm-
sure you can jump to the upper part, and there's a ladder that goes down.
Yeah, but
He doesn't like skipping enemies.
we weren't sure if if I was gonna make that jump, so I was gonna try to go behind him first.
He likes
Last
fighting everything, even
stream,
when it's
he
a
was
bad idea.
desperately trying to touch the grace.
Yeah.
And he was surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, and it almost worked.
Yeah, that's Grace.
I was just trying to. I was trying to emulate that last strategy that all. The only reason it didn't work is because I ran out of mana in the wrong time.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, really. Because I had the mana, I would have stunned the enemies, killed them, and then touched the grace. But for some reason, it was a lot harder to run past this guy than it was last time. So that was unfortunate. We're not gonna bother dropping him because he just survives and walks right back up, no problem. In fact, I'm gonna just jump. Since he can live, so can I.
Not necessarily something I would bet my life on, but you can.
Okay. This is the only stopgap. I can't and should not run past these.
And yeah, my burrito burned my.
Ow, you okay?
No, it's not the first time it's happened. It's technically from Filiberto's. And so it was like really juicy. So it's like, oh, it's that type of burn where it's like burn out because I can feel the blister on the roof of my mouth. So it's not as big as the song that I've had from burning my mouth on the burritos, but
Buddy.
Nope, no. The song is illegal in all countries.
Burrito. Oh, it's a song.
No, he started to sing the illegal song.
for this city.
No, I'm not.
It goes on and on, my friend.
I love that he can't say what song it is, but still.
It said say he's now writing in pain because of the paradox that he's induced upon
No,
himself.
the irony
Especially
is I
since
have
he's probably listening to it in his own mind.
Yeah, and it fucking burns. And Asher knows exactly what song it is because it's the song that Mackenzie used to sing one line of 73 million times a night. And
Oh,
make
God. Admittedly, right now I've got my own earworm, but it's a good song.
I would love a good earworm right about now.
Do you want me to send you the song?
I'm pretty sure I don't know the song.
Do you want me to send you the video?
I will not watch it, so that wouldn't help me.
Because currently he's being a good little stream buddy and watching the stream.
Yes, that's exactly what
I'm doing it too. I'm also I'm watching the stream, but I
I'm
have
doing. It's not healthy. I can't multitask right now.
I mean, there's normal, unhealthy, and then there's unhealthy.
Well, I mean, my brain's never been healthy. On top
Yeah,
of
but it's now just sort of fuzz without the buzz.
Let's not up the best. I like that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. That gives me a little bit of positive.
I'm also really love
That day, a little bit.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that would like to have the butt of Michaela, Eric Foxy.
But that's DLC.
God damn.
No, that's not DLC. That's just mod community.
Let's wait for the mod.
Oh no, it's probably already out. Are you kidding me?
Probably. I mean, like, it's probably not going to be part of Nexus Month because of the version that they use.
I don't want to
Yeah,
know.
and
This sounds
that's,
depressing.
It's funny, you said first place in my ranking was the Vaults. Sixth must be hers.
I went the movie series. You know, I've never seen a single of those movies.
I've
And
never
neither
seen
have I.
any of those movies. For good reason. They don't sound good.
I mean,
They sound good in a practical application.
Maybe under
Lulz.
a competent director, you might actually have an interesting movie.
I mean, they're fine movies, but I don't think they're meant to be more than just like, okay, let's go ahead.
I think they're
Yeah.
meant to be B movies in their entirety.
Yeah.
Well, B movies in the worst sense.
See, you can make it.
Or the best sense. I mean, depending on if you're a fan of that type of movie.
I should eat more of my fake chicken. Please tell me you're not eating the erasers from KFC.
The erasers.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, they have some
The-
vegan chicken now at KFC.
Oh.
The Impossible Chicken Nuggets are straight up just tofu with chicken nugget bread. The problem is that because it's just tofu,
When you
They're
cook it out, the moisture cooks out and it leaves behind chewy garbage.
chewy
Well, fried
garbage,
tofu
and
is a thing. So.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, when done properly.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this is not done properly. The other factor is that it's still white. It's artificial colors.
There's no
And-
flavor. There's probably very little to no flavor.
Yeah, and a lot of people cut it open, and
Oh,
it literally looks like
He fit through the door.
an eraser.
You weren't expecting him to not fit through the door?
He didn't get through the door last time.
No, he doesn't.
If he did, why didn't he kill me?
That's because you were killed before he did. In fact, Nico. Okay, so in this case,
You did
I'll-
get the
I'll-
grace, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. But from the sounds of it, Eric Foxy had cooked up some stuff that you get at a store, so that's probably better than KFC's Impossible Chicken Nuggets.
I don't know. When it comes to impossible,
Probably good.
when it comes to impossible meat, I think you're still 50-50 on whether the store bought version is better. I mean, unless you make it yourself. I-
Good luck on making it yourself.
Still feel like fast food versions have an edge on that one still.
I think one of the funny things is that I've seen somebody talk about it recently, and I sort of have to agree with them. In some ways, it's just marketing. What used to be considered fake meat and bad in the 90s is now a positive. It's all this vegan.
Well, that's true.
Well, since we know vegans don't enjoy flavor.
Well, I think it's a matter of cook damn vegetables. You might
Yeah.
actually get something good.
I remember that meme. Making that so true. It's like, no, you have to eat the fake meat. You're vegan.
I mean, it's pretty bad. But I know a lot of places that went straight edge and decided to go vegan and all this stuff back in the 90s as skater culture and such, and demonstrated the intelligence of the regular skater, and lived off of Oreos.
Honestly, I've been baffled by people claiming they can't tell the difference between fast food burger and imitation fast food meat. I got one burger and the equivalent Impossible Meat burger, and it was very different and very gross.
Yes. I tried it once. It was gross.
The one reason why I tried it was because a coworker offered me one, because he had bought a bunch of them.
I
We tried it again.
My thoughts on it was like it got some of the taste of the water down, but the texture was way off.
Yeah, for me the texture.
I'll be honest, I actually considered trying it because at one point DoorDash was running a promo where you bought like $20 which is, let's be honest, they really ramped up their prices for the app. But if you paid $20 for if you bought $20 worth of food, they would give you a free Impossible Waffle. It's like, you know, I might try it. And a voice in my head said, no, that's still a bad idea. It's free. There's a difference between free food and
Free food that you're willing to eat.
exactly.
And so
doesn't matter how pretty it is, you don't eat it.
Yeah, it's still wasted effort if nothing else. Even if you're not wasting money.
I mean, for me, it was more of like, I'll finally see what this is about, and I don't have to waste the time about it. And I still had my, like, work sandwich that I made the day before. Because when I went to the office, I would make my lunch the night before so I could just grab it and go in the morning.
Very sensible.
And after eating the burger, yes, I will agree, it's kind of filling. But no,
Oh,
I
shit.
am not going to pay money for that, nor am I going to ever try and get anybody else's Impossible Burger, because until somebody says like they recreated the texture properly, and it to me it felt it didn't have enough resistance when biting into it.
Well, see, here's the thing though, is if they're marketing it to vegans, how are vegans gonna know the amount of meat?
I know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of vegans who used to not be vegan.
People who deliberately gave up on flavor? I mean, I guess maybe.
I mean, there's several reasons people do it.
Yeah.
My
I mean,
favorite-
I guess.
My favorite vegan story is still the guy who accidentally ate real meat because he thought it was fake meat. And when somebody told him that it was real meat, like 15 minutes later, he just posted him at the grocery store and he's like, well, might as well just go whole hog on this train now that I fell off of it. And it just shows him like buying like 800 things of like bacon and hamburger meat and steak and stuff.
Poor guy.
Remember what food tasted like, so.
He finally got the memory back of good food.
or memory was unlocked.
Unfortunately, it demonstrates just how unhealthy the life is, because that unfortunately is probably equally as unhealthy as veganism.
Yeah. I mean, I like good mix of various things like vegetables, grains, things of that nature. I am not straight up.
Just to be fair, I don't have anything against vegans as long as they're not annoying.
I mean, most things.
Well, yeah, in general, that's kind of the stance on pretty much everything in my life. Is I don't care what you do, what you believe, or how you live your life. Just don't involve me.
Not unless it's like, hey, Wally, try this, and it's free food.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, like, don't in general, don't get me involved if I don't want to be involved.
I mean, like, if you were at a barbecue and they offered you a plate with vegan options,
Really? Why over there?
get it.
Piece of
Yeah,
shit.
I'd be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot if it.
If they were just handing you a plate, they're like, hey, try this, and not, hey, this is the only thing. Like, hey, try this.
Eating food tastes good. Like, if you actually know how to cook.
Well, I mean, like, there's definitely things supposed to be vegan, and that it automatically does taste good because it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Hummus,
is
yeah.
one of them.
As
Lot of
much as
rice
some people
dishes.
go like, no, it's not. It's like, technically, the traditional recipe for hummus is made purely using plant stuff. The oil that you put into hummus is olive oil.
Olive oil, chickpeas, I want to
blender.
say garlic, but I don't think that's necessarily, like, the default. But I prefer
No, default, I
garlic more.
believe, does use some garlic. Some.
You say. Pass it. Never mind.
But yeah, chickpeas and olive oil is like 90% of the recipe.
Yeah. So, and both of those are plant products.
Yep.
And I like hummus. I've had it. It's good. I've made it myself. Do I go out of my way to
I mean, I would hope not, because like going most things, eating just hummus would be very unhealthy.
I think there's very few foods that you can actually stay with. Just that food.
know some people like bacon. Like, I get tired after like 3 things of bacon.
I know that I'm don't like bacon.
Yeah.
I love sausage, but I can't stand it.
There's a joke in there.
Well, I mean, that is like that
Other
kind
than
of
the
thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
That's on brand, alright. That's not a revolution.
I mean, like, I know why some. I know people that just bacon, and it's things of like it depends on like how it's cooked. Because,
So,
there's
if it is extra, where it is fully yes. If there is even the slightest bit of soft fat, then I'll fucking get a gag reflex.
Really?
mouthfeel.
I must be
It's a
really
hard
weird. Most people I've talked to say they prefer crunchy, crispy bacon. I guess I'm the only person that prefers my bacon to be slightly on the chewy side.
No, I like crispy, baby.
British, because that's how they cook it over there.
I like it either way, but that's because I like bacon in general.
But
Like-
yeah, no, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's extra crispy, extra crispy. But it's something I like in that.
I mean, like,
I'll do a salad with like bacon bits on it because that's extra super crispy. You're not gonna make bacon. You're not gonna make bacon bits out of. That's not how it works. And if you do, you're a monster and should go to hell.
admittedly, those things you also cut it into thin strips and then just put it on their salad too.
That is true.
Which is weird.
Oh, cute.
But you know what you're putting on there. It's pure ham versus bacon, which it's like.
Well, the other thing is most bacon is going to be at least somewhat streaky. It's going to have some degree of higher fat content than what you would do for a cubed ham.
Yeah.
So you also get that mouthfeel / texture grease of the fat.
The fat.
And that's what I can't stand. I have a really that's. I would almost use the word triggering when it comes to like fat. When it comes to like
You hate like any types of fat, beef, pork, highly doubt chicken.
if it's cooked out properly, if it's rendered out properly, so that I can get the to where I get the flavor but not the mouthfeel.
Yeah, essentially you hate bristle. That's it.
But you can't say you are on the verge of rotting.
Slap him in the foreman! Let 10 minutes and work for me. Oh, okay, so that's what it's like. Slap him in the George Foreman grill for like 10 minutes and it's good.
Well, I mean, I think that would do a pretty good job of that. Would it get it is because I like that necessarily pretty good job of rendering out the fat. Might still be a little chewy.
Yeah.
Boy, these guys are so hard all of a sudden. I've never had a problem with these crystal people.
That's because endgame, maybe?
Well, these are also corrupted crystals, so they do have
Yeah, they
scarlet
certainly,
frost attached to them.
they certainly hurt. But normally a fist weapon should be pretty good about nailing them.
They definitely hurt, and also they are doing a pretty hefty amount of damage.
I wonder if maybe fist weapon isn't going to work this time. Let's try sight. I did that twice.
So many buffs. So buff.
My God, that's stupid.
They're doing a ton of damage. The fact that they can just spam us like that. You know, unless they spike this
God, that is such a spammy move. Fuck you!
In this case, Eddie's being the one cheating.
Yeah. How do I like it?
And it's
I don't.
American.
I don't like it.
It's bad.
Ah, damn it! Damn it! I should have seen that coming. Ah.
probably.
This feels like
Here.
the sort of thing I'd try to parry. I kinda agree with that.
I don't parry.
Why aren't you parrying, Eddie?
I don't parry.
Because he never parries.
Parry this, you filthy casual. Just pull a gun out.
Even pulling the gun out, I've somehow gotten back to playing Cyberpunk
Really?
2077.
You guys are just gonna walk backwards?
Wouldn't have the energy.
It's only 3%. It's not like 3,000. Which essentially a lot of people are still at it themselves. Oh, yeah, sure. Great.
No, straight to 1.6.
It's funny because about half the people that were affected by the anime
And
were like, yeah, it made them mad because they're like, this is what the game should have
apparently you can actually make the build of the main character in the game.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's why people were saying it was it's like, why isn't the game gonna like?
Why isn't
Like they have areas from the like game in the anime and like lots of crossover stuff. It's like, oh, this is how you build the character. It's like, why isn't the game good?
Holy shit.
It's the advertisement that they should have had a longer time ago. Which, I mean, I also gotta imagine the game influenced the developers of the anime, right? So, like, I don't know, could the anime have existed before the game had enough time to, like, seep into the consciousness?
Well, they probably put in the money for the anime all the way back at launch, honestly.
There was talks of
Mhm.
there being a TV show tie-in, and this is probably the result of it.
Hmm.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you
definitely.
look at the effort that Studio Trigger put into the anime, they had to have
Yeah. The news of the anime has been around since almost the same time as the game launch. So yeah, the anime existing is nothing new. But I'm sure it was influenced while it was out.
Sorry, I'm losing that understanding.
Which part, the influence or the when the anime was probably starting to be developed?
I would think that the anime was started. First of all, they probably contracted before they released the game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they had announced that.
Secondly,
Yeah,
they
go ahead.
probably had access to builds and other things, if nothing else, just simply so they could use Night City as a quick way to construct the backgrounds.
That's fair.
And reference points.
Yeah,
Yeah. But that's
that would be interesting to know for sure. I would love to know how much a head start Studio Trigger had to what was in the game before everybody else.
Well, they probably had a good understanding, but I don't know exactly how much crossover per se of like, oh, this particular ability is represented by the, main character's main cyberware versus, I don't think there was much backflow of terms of like what Studio Trigger was doing was influencing them.
Oh yeah, probably. I can see that.
So
I mean, so far it sounds like the only kind of backflow is that
well,
CD
obviously
Projekt
they
Red.
made things to coincide with the anime, but that was probably well after it was being developed.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they're now going to be including an actual like quest line that ties into the anime. So, but outside of that, it's one of those things of like I'm going back and playing it, and the game is a lot more solid than when we tried it. Also, they gave my Switch a parry, and I like it. Wait, is that something you guys? Sorry about if I missed it earlier. Yeah.
Man, I hate those things.
I was talking about Monster Hunter Rise and all those. Okay, so you are talking about Monster Hunter Rise. Squishy, 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 Scarlet Roddy.
For that. Gross. Gross. Gross.
Just imagine your socks being wet, Eddie.
Gross!
Just keep thinking about it. Don't think about anything
Yeah, but
else.
what does it smell like?
Probably
I mean-
smells like wet socks. And
Whatever rotten blood can smell like is probably what it smells like.
And then bonus points as you walk through, you hit one spot that drops you below water, and then sends you back in time.
Oh god. I had this horrible idea, and I'm not gonna mention it because it's definitely not Twitch save.
Yeah, let's not then.
Yeah, no.
Damn it, they knew what they were doing here.
I mean, it is FromSoft, Eddie. They do try and force their players to go through at least one full poison swamp where you have to deal with it.
Yeah, we did that already!
Yeah, well, this is well.
This is part 2!
Actually, I think it's just as damaging. Actually, no, this is number 3.
Oh, this is 3?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the overworld version, right? But at least I have my horse there.
There's the overworld, there's the Lake of Rot, and there's this.
Yep.
Ton of rot in the world.
Fine, let's just do it. Do this one at a time, I guess.
I mean,
Fuck!
Actually, thinking about how the fact that it's tied in trees probably smells like rotten maple.
oh, so it's like fermented maple syrup.
Yes. With blood, obviously.
Turn over my game. Wait, what do you I didn't. Not much. Reassembled the main army.
I'm sorry, did you say the maid army?
Yeah. For some reason, the robot maids are easy to recruit. They don't even ask for money. They just go, "Are you my master?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And they're like, "Okay, cool."
At least this proves that Scarlet Rot is liquid.
Scarlet Rot is liquid. We've known that since like stream number 2.
Yeah,
I
but
wanna
now,
say.
physics agrees. Is
And
it chemistry?
now my analogy of getting your socks wet is true.
Is also worse. Yes.
Thinking about
So
getting your
is
socks
mine
wet.
about falling into a sinkhole.
It's physics, but is it chemistry? I think it's chemistry.
I mean, it's kind of a little bit in this case. Yeah, you need to stop falling backwards.
I'm also worried that if I stand on the ledge, his character's just going
It'll
to.
fall off the other way.
All forward.
Yeah, yeah. Here, oh, you know what? Here we go. We found.
Directly into the sinkhole.
I found what I was looking for.
It still hits the edge.
No, he actually did find what he was looking
Wet socks.
for. No, he found that a while ago.
And if you're looking for wet socks, there's probably something wrong. Oh look, poor man, starving. He's only looking for food. Kick his butt.
Why are you beating up a homeless man?
Don't you know? Kenchi's basically just a crime simulator.
I mean, that tracks, honestly.
Beat up the homeless. Be racist.
Oof.
Force people into slavery. That's pretty much the game. I mean,
You
or you
have to
could be boring and be a good
understand
person.
There are humans, bug people, robots.
Mutants?
No, actually, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
what
I
the
guess
fourth
they
one-
would count as used. The Shek, I guess, count as mutants.
Okay.
Because they're kind of humans, but they got bony plates on their skin and, like, are gray and stuff. Give me your head.
Klingons.
Yeah, kinda. Give me your stuff, old man.
And now time for a third type of poison.
I mean, technically, there's actually varieties of scarlet rot.
That's right. I remember we talked about that before. There was the not so bad variety, and there's the oh my god horrible variety.
The super ultra poison.
The oh my god, my eyes are opening out my anus.
Yes, that sure.
That's a little bit too descriptive on that.
I mean, we have also got the minus bleeding, so I don't know that that's necessarily that much worse.
The love of God and all that is holy.
Eddie, you're not drowning in it, but
All that's holy, eh?
Lols.
My maid army. Majestic, migrating like flocks of birds across
Is-
the desert.
Is it a man-made army?
And it's a robot-made army.
Gotcha.
Are you telling me a robot made this army?
Yep.
Are you telling me a robot fried this rice?
And then the game's first mimic race. Still waiting for that to happen. I don't think it exists, but I'm always ready for it.
No.
that
Well, look, we're outside.
Yes.
Well, they did have mimics. They just put them in a different spot.
I feel like you were outside before.
Well, now he's outside but lower.
That's
Like he's
what she
almost
said.
in-
The hole.
What?
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 he has to go deeper.
Oh no.
Well, technically, he is going to have to go deeper.
He's digging too deep and too greedily.
for the follow, Senor Nerdy.
Señor, gracias.
Hey, nerdy. How's it going? Nerdy is a friend of mine from over in No Pixel. He plays the amazing and incomparable Dr. Jeremy Rivera.
Ah,
Welcome,
Okay.
welcome.
welcome.
I wish that meant something to me.
All of you paid attention to my No Pixel streams.
There's problems with that comment, but whatever.
The tree has failed me. Okay. It means the tree
Yes,
is...
the tree has definitely failed you. This
Now
this
the
is not
roof will
helpful.
fail you. Because
God.
The tree has failed everybody, if you haven't noticed.
No, the roof not gonna fail him. Try roof the hole.
God.
This looks absolutely dangerous. Let's do it.
That's
That
not
looks
dangerous.
like Dad.
No, it doesn't.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm still
There's a
correct.
difference. There's a difference. That looks like death. The hole wasn't death. What's inside the hole?
I am still correct.
No, no. You're. I guess you are. Right. That's the.
That's kind of correct.
No, it's not what I said. It's so therefore it's the most perfect.
It's that hole looks dangerous, and everyone assumes that it's because the drop. No, it's like what could be down in the hole.
It's never the fall that kills you. It's always the sudden stop at the end.
Yeah,
Or the various
What
enemies
are you
attacking you with magic.
say? What are you, Jeremy Clarkson? Not speed.
No, no, there's more. What? I hate these things.
It's deacceleration. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the sudden deceleration.
exactly.
And now for
I got a shield. Awesome. A shield talisman.
Great Shield, which means it's useless for everything. Unless you're smacking people with giant, huge slabs of stone.
I was really hoping you were going to say meat.
Why would I say meat? Why would you be carrying around great shield sizes pieces of meat?
BRB.
There are the Jar Warriors.
Lulz.
Which technically are containers full of meat.
This side.
But I'm talking like a slab of meat the size of a great shield.
Want that guy dead.
Eddie, did you not notice that there's a doorway to your left?
Yeah, but I want to kill this guy. And I guess I really don't have a choice there, but... I don't like these homing missile creatures. They frighten me.
I mean, they frighten everybody because they probably have way too many fingers.
None of them are shining or burning.
They've
Is it a-
Are
already
any of them
the
shimmering and
underwater.
splendid?
So I'll try that again.
They're probably darkness, if anything.
Ow!
Well, I guess when there's that many projectiles, one's bound to sneak around the corner.
Got 1 HP left!
Baby.
Ow!
Baby hands.
I mean, they're only tiny by comparison. They look... No, they are kind of tiny. Never
They're
mind.
baby hands.
They are their baby hands.
Okay, Eddie, do you want a hint?
Nope. I have forward progression. I think we're doing okay.
Okay. I just think that you should get a hint.
He enjoys the never-ending circle.
If I get
That's
hopeless...
enjoyed a lot more.
Well,
If I get hopelessly lost, you're welcome to give me a hint. But it feels like I have progression at this point. Ow! No, this guy's gonna kill me!
And he died.
Lose it.
Ow! You're gonna make me fight all those guys again! Stop it! Leave me alone!
Oh god, we've had a grace since Crystal's happened.
Hmm?
One, yeah. It's like right above this
Ah.
area.
Okay, that's not crazy then.
Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. I just don't want to die.
You should never have been.
Oh man, God, what?
I
don't need-
heard a different word there, but it's like my brain was like,
Ah!
word, it-
No!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not the word you heard. I'm pretty sure it was the word you think you should have.
Yeah. My brain is starting to autocorrect my own perverted mind.
Also, rip 210,000 runes.
Well,
Well,
I think you get
11
those
rules.
back easy.
I think so. As long as I don't fall.
And
So
he
as you don't slip and
falls.
fall.
A small robot made army. This shall be the
Baseball.
land.
Baseball robot.
Small robot made army.
Console run inverted controls.exe.
Shall be our new Ana? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm not a schooler of the Google.
No, I still want to go up. I just realized there's a way to get to going. Well, I guess I could technically bypass those creatures, but I don't know if I want
But
to.
at the same time, you're gonna lose 200,000 runes.
No, but I can jump down here and go directly to the first floor and grab my runes. The problem is that I don't know if I want to give the homing missile creatures the advantage of height above me as well. I don't want to get Anakin.
No,
They're not
it's
gonna
opposite in
bisect
Dark
you,
Souls,
they're
man.
just going to kill you.
It's opposite in Dark Souls, don't you know?
In Dark Souls, you have the advantage if you have the low ground.
Yep, because of hitbox.
Yeah, but
You're
the
far
homing
more
missile
likely
attack
to
is
swing
pretty
Missiles don't really
good.
care about your hitbox, though.
Okay, that's fair. But no, but yeah, you're far more likely to swing over a target than you are under it, so
Instead of
Dark
going
Souls.
under, instead
being
of
lower than somebody gives you the combat tactical advantage.
Here we go.
Are you going down in an earlier round?
Sugar, we're going down swinging.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Seriously, just drop the fireball. It's not that hard.
Just grab it and then.
Oh, God.
Nope. Eddie's getting pulled up the butt.
Yep,
Fuck.
just cast magic missile on the darkness. You're the darkness.
I believe in a thing called love, though.
We should not listen to the rhythm of your heart. You
Make
have
sure.
fairly severe tachycardia.
The ideal rhythm of your heart is 0.
0 BPM.
Yeah.
God, that sounds like a robot assassin last line before he kills you.
It was. I was kind of quoting. I don't know if you remember when Wii Fit Trainer first became announced for Smash.
Uh-huh.
There was a lot of memes like that.
That's a good one.
Your ideal heart rate is 0.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the lesser of two evils.
You say that.
Believe it?
I mean, it worked.
We outnumber you.
Yeah, but this is Kenshi. Expect.
But they're all starving and skinny, and I'm 90% robots.
Oh, it's the guy that fell down.
Meter by volume. Because I'm sure that does make a difference.
that. They're combat models.
No!
By the other, like, 17, the other type.
I've got 5 combat models. I've got 5 combat models and 6 maids.
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Combat
I wish I was a different song.
It's sad because we are approaching that season.
I mean, we got Halloween first.
Halloween holds the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then-
It should read Thanksgiving.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Phoenix not knowing the gods get hold of the line. That keep Christmas from consuming the rest of the calendar.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Don't lie.
If it was a meme or a webcomic or something on YouTube, or I don't remember, but something about Christmas trying to take over all the other seasons with the help of Martha Stewart. And now I don't remember where that was actually from. But suddenly the cravings because it was entertaining. Oh
Shit.
my god, are you kidding?
Normie.
Still going to kill my... His potions are stronger than yours
Don't double tap me! Ah!
Not hand.
Yeah, but he only has one potion.
are. Oh.
Ah!
Yep, that's on.
But he
Go.
also has your life. Thankfully, he only loses that, so now you just have to run the 250,000 instead of 210,000.
Deja vu all over again. Oh look, there are my runes. Hi runes. I'm coming, runes. Man, now no. I know I'm gonna regret if I skip fighting those homing missile people. So I will fight them, regrettably. I'll take solace that I can absolutely defeat them. It'll just take a minute. Don't hit me! I didn't do it! I didn't deserve it! Oh, wrong ability! Ah. Thank you.
Imagine dying right now and losing a quarter.
I would cry a little. Maybe the tears would be good for the stream.
I mean, think of it this way. I have this many runes by just walking back and forth over this area. It should be easy enough to get back.
Yeah, it would take about 6 trips.
Guys, this is me grinding.
Use them.
I'm just grinding the whole time. This was my goal.
Oh, that's what this is.
Until he
You're
dies.
manufacturing drama so that you can excuse yourself for having a brain treatment.
Exactly. You caught me.
I didn't know you were a grinder like that. Jeez.
I didn't mean to be dishonest. It was for my own good.
Cause any trouble? You didn't mean to cause any pain?
Ah. Well, except for this guy. Fuck him. I guess we could grab this item that's out here. It looks lonely.
It's funny that you grab it now. You've walked past it like 17 times.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was like, yeah, maybe it's time. It is time. And then Rafiki climbs the cliff
It's
side.
dumb.
No!
Oh.
What did I forget? Go away!
No, let me pass through.
Exactly, what was it?
Oh, no, sorry, just got a
said.
text with a job offer for $15.25 an hour to cook food at prisons.
I mean,
With
not a
lots of
ter-
sharp object within arm's reach.
I know people who work there and they're fine. If it
I'd do it. No, for $15.25 an hour.
fair. Okay, yeah.
Translation, he wants hazard pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, hazard pay. definitely required for that.
Oh, I do it, and I'm sure 90% of inmates are just people there that just want to do their time and get out. But
Or
it's
at
that
the very
one
least,
guy.
not have to.
All you need is one.
Catch additional sentence.
Yeah, but there's that one guy that's a lifer. Shit.
Well, don't piss off the one guy that's a lifer that doesn't give a shit. I mean, the math seems pretty obvious to me.
Sounds like you solved this already.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel kind of bad.
That doesn't give a shit.
These guys were like praying or like memorizing people at gravestones. I just freaking killed them.
Yeah, they were definitely praying.
Yeah, but they're gross. They deserve. Don't you know? That's how the world. Being weird. Society feels
Field man. No, don't. Leave me alone. Stranger danger.
Danger, stranger.
Ah, don't double tap. Stop it.
Double check.
Oh yeah, this is gonna work. Ah, oh, shit.
Oh yeah, no, this is working pretty well.
You just attack him and stop acting
I-
like you get
I-
your time off.
Eddie is trying to go for a vacation.
Okay, see, I listened to Tom and it hurt.
That's because you didn't attack. You just spell.
Yeah, you're not juggling very well with that skill.
He has a good ability to like do like the counter attack. I didn't want to trigger it because this was gonna kick my ass,
You mean
And he still
a
tried to
parry?
counterattack.
and I won.
Yeah, I mean,
At
yeah,
what cost?
technically.
I mean,
Like 3 potions.
but in return, I got a straight sword.
like 3 whole push.
Yeah, this game loves giving out straight swords, but I haven't seen a single gay sword, and I'm a little offended. I'm not feeling represented here.
As soon as I heard they like giving out straight swords,
There
like, oh,
is
he's
a
gonna
new
go down.
category of curved greatswords.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, and I didn't know if it was a good joke or not. It's just the first thing that came to mind. I was gonna say that's what whips are for, but I don't know. I don't know.
Pinky.
Okay.
I mean, there's also the double-edged swords.
Well, I think whips are in the kinky sword category.
There's that one whip that's both a whip and a sword.
Bit of a double-edged sword.
Ah, there you go. And that's tonight's Fates can go home early.
Don't tempt me. I'm still recovering.
I mean, you at least would know in comfort that you wouldn't need to be here for dialogue because it wouldn't just be you and Eddie. So, if if you do feel like you actually got what I want, you don't feel bad about it, I think.
Yeah, no, if it gets bad, I will. But I'm trying to, I need to strengthen myself back up because I've got to get back to my streams too.
Dude, why do you walk so fast?
Why do you cast so
Because-
slow?
He walks
Oh,
fast
fuck.
because he
Was-
needs a place to go.
You almost fucking fell off.
Ninjutsu called running.
You know what? Instead of walking backwards, I'm just gonna run.
It's
It's speed walking no jutsu. Speed walking no jutsu.
Eddie, he has
Mhm.
leadership abilities. It's called walking with purpose.
Ooh. Okay, where is he? I'm ready for him now.
Well, now he's bored. He had a meeting in 5. He doesn't even have time for you.
He's no longer the place that he needs to go to.
Got a little lucky there.
Yes, you did.
Pretty cool looking bow. It'd be a shame if someone stole it from him.
Before you change something up.
And
No, he only gave me
dropped his
arrows.
Eddie burned the bow.
Ooh, Cures Rune.
Okay, I seem to clear
Also,
out this
you
area.
You're probably gonna want to pop a blue. There you go.
Blueberry.
So, pop a blue Powerade.
Powerade. Pop up the Powerade.
Quick tap obelisk.
All of a sudden, all I could think of is power
blue milk.
thirst.
Blueberry Nesquik.
Oh, I'm always thinking about Power Thirst. When am I not thinking about Power Thirst?
It's not made with real lightning.
Footsteps. Oh shit. It's a good thing I was paying attention. Don't know where you came from. Don't know who you are. Where you're from.
Nope. I'm vetoing that one.
I'm just glad you acknowledged it. That's all I wanted.
There's such a thing as sacrilege when it comes to using the first album of Backstreet Boys. Like any song from the first album, it's sacrilege.
Do you not like sacrilege as in it's not good that I'm using it, or sacrilege as in don't use it?
As in, it's an amazing song and it should not be sullied.
Okay,
It's an amazing album. It should
I-
not be sullied.
I don't disagree. So there's a whole area of these.
Let them touch you with their baby hands, Eddie.
You somehow are making it even creepier than they actually are.
Which is saying
Oh,
something.
Massage parlor.
That's the.
Oh my god! And he went even further. Shut up!
What? I'm only talking about, regular massages. What are you thinking I was talking about?
I mean, the only thing
You know what he was thinking.
you know what I was thinking about. I died.
Because I can tell you what I know what you're thinking of now. Regret.
I don't know how that one snuck by me like that. I'm a little upset because I was actively looking out for them.
I lost track. What were you at? 330,000 runes?
335,000, yes.
Okay, close.
I mean, if I was smart, I should just go grab them and then go right back to the Grace. But
I me, yes, that is if you were smart.
But we know Eddie.
So instead, you're going to do something completely different.
Yes.
Well, I don't think he can actually get up back to that grace.
I can teleport to it.
Can you?
Well, yes.
I thought you were in a danger zone.
No. There is such a thing. Well, no.
Eddie doesn't use
I
the-
forgot that Elden Ring doesn't support.
Do they have the homeward bones, or is it something else?
No. Remember, the teleport can happen anywhere in the world. Oh, you can teleport as long as no enemies are about or in combat. So he could technically get it teleport back up and versus, say, some other Dark Souls games where you have to spend a specific item.
Or you, I think in Dark Souls, the Dark Sign. It would teleport that one.
Well, the Dark Sign would teleport you back, but at the cost of all your souls.
Yeah.
So, counterproductive. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it was helpful, sometimes it wasn't. But not a lot of people would use the Dark Sign anyway. Because there's a purpose in having all those souls.
Power. Overwhelming.
More like you decide to buy the equivalent of a bus ticket for your the entirety of your life savings.
I'm sorry, bus ticket? Greyhound runs out here?
What kind of robust public transportation system do you think we have?
I mean, like, I'm thinking, like, magical bus. So, Harry Potter type bus.
Oh, so like Miss Frizzle.
Frizzle.
Yeah, but you're basically, like, you're using your entire life savings to buy one ticket.
Today on a very special episode of the Magic School Bus.
I don't think Miss Frizzle would be okay visiting these lands.
Lands between.
You mean? She took her
Not
kids
very
to freaking
scientific.
Pluto, where one of them committed suicide.
Yeah, but I don't think she takes her kids to mystical places. I think she takes the kids to actual
No,
real
scientific
life
places,
locations.
like inside the human body.
we're strictly a scientific outfit. Okay?
Fair enough. I mean, there's no saying that a trip to lands between couldn't be scientific.
I mean, first we'd have to have proof that the land between would actively exist. Then it would be more of like, here's how dimensional travel works.
I mean, if we're already talking Magic School Bus, we can go ahead and soft assume the land between. No, don't. Ah!
Eddie
The
got
other thing I was gonna make is that
No.
there are memes out there of Miss Frizzle being really calm.
I do remember seeing those.
So
I-
by that virtue, we can presume dimensional travel is already an option.
That's another rabbit hole.
Suddenly, you get to the top of the tree, and there's a blue police box.
God.
Now, you wouldn't want to go in it though, because that's time shenanigans, and you don't like time shenanigans.
Nope.
You could never travel with the option.
That's why I only watched 5 seasons. Watch out for that tree. These guys are coming out every freaking woodwork. Okay, I think I finally got all the hidden. I can't come up with a cute nickname for them. Just. Fuck 'em. Let's get dangerous. that worked out really well. Oh, just a sec.
Are we supposed to be talking?
Whatever. I don't know.
Actually, that's a good question. Did he clear out the other side?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, just my mom called. She just got us out of pretty hefty surgery today or yesterday.
Goodness.
Oh,
She's okay though. The surgery did what it needed to do. So. She just got home.
I mean, it's still one of those things of like,
Yeah,
surgery.
yeah.
Well,
You know
there are
how.
surgeries where it's like 95%, like it's understandable, just routine, and then other surgeries like more like gambling.
I mean, like, there was my surgery, but that was more of like, wait, now or you're dead.
Yeah, thankfully it was not quite as dire this one. It was preventative in nature.
That's always nice. Still kind of like surgery, is surgery.
All right, and then I did clear the other side my last life, but not this one. Do I need to clear out again?
Yeah. Well, did you clear it out like you found all the items, things like that?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. Alright.
No need to go back then.
Because you're almost cleared out this side, so means that there's nothing else outside the church. You trying to audition for the WWE there?
Off the top rope.
Is that the reference you're trying to make? I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell what you were going with there. Though I like the reference.
Well, it's the fact that you pointed out, but then emptied. It's like, oh,
God, there's so many of these things. Oh, that one.
they
I
live
think
here.
that one got a sniff of me. God, it's so gross when they move around when I get next to them like that. Oh. Which
90% of the time.
what the hell? How did that one get hit? I think that was a glitch in my favor. All right, ghost ball bearing.
Glove work, ball bearing.
Yep.
That means I can upgrade more of my ghosties if I wanted to.
Ghosty
Yep.
goose.
Up to 9.
Okay. So yeah, that takes care of this side now. Bottomless pit is not an option I want to proceed.
Is it truly bottomless?
I mean, I'm not gonna find out. Now let's take the doorway.
thought you were about to say, let's take the subway, and I'm like, what? Why?
Subway, eat fresh.
There are much better choices than Subway.
Quiznos, eat fresh.
I'll give you Quiznos.
I love Quiznos, but unfortunately they did not win that sandwich war.
Then
I
who
thought they
did?
still existed, just not here.
I thought they went through bankruptcy.
Yeah, I can check.
I think they did to some degree.
One down here.
Oh, look, a grace.
there's a
That would have been so much useful earlier.
Eh, it wasn't the worst thing. Also, it still would have sucked going through the snipers. God, I've seen that shape before. I know I have.
No, Quiznos is still in business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's still a few around, but yeah, they're just not what they used to be.
Nearest one to down here is Mesa, so not down here clearly, but
Oh,
Wait, in Mesa?
hey, I think I know our next food date.
Southern Promenade.
Oh, it's in the mall.
There's actually 4 listed on their website in the Greater Phoenix area.
Ooh.
Huh.
Yeah, that one is definitely in the mall.
And then there's Broadway Commerce Park, Rose Garden Plaza, and just generically Glendale.
Okay, that's near me.
Northern and 91st.
Ooh, that is kind of near me. Cool. I know what I'm gonna make time for this
Ours
week.
International Airport. But,
Oh,
wait,
Vegas?
Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's Vegas.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's like it goes to
That's why I
Glendale and
said
then
4.
thank you, Fallout.
I didn't take a look too close, and then it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, then there's 2 in Vegas, and then the next nearest to me are SoCal.
Right there with Yeti. All the geographical knowledge I possess about the area around Vegas comes entirely from Fallout.
I mean, it helps that I go there like all the time, but I mean, 2 and 2 really help solidify that geographical knowledge. What intelligence did I need to use those disc spells?
I think 36.
I mean, usually it's more than you have.
I need 23. So yeah. So I'm still a bit of ways before I can use those. Was there another disc ability? Did I not get that?
The single one?
Yeah, which I would think would be right next to it, but maybe it's not.
I don't
Maybe
think you
was
picked it
on
up.
some form of like
There was a weapon
Merchant?
skill that did it.
Yeah, one of the scythes has the weapon skill for it, but can someone look that up for me? I would be interested in looking for it and seeing if I can use it at some point.
well, if it was on a weapon, it's probably a weapon skill, not a spell.
No, there is a spell version of it. I've seen it in videos, or I swear I've seen it in videos.
Let me do a quick check. Boop, 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 ring. Vatican.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you for a little advice, MPX. Do I want to? Which way is? There's 2 ways apparently. There's going up over here, and then there's down over here.
Go up.
Go up. Okay. Am I correct to assume that progression is going down?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Viscous of Light is the spell you're missing.
Where is it at?
It is purchasable.
Oh, it's purchasable. Okay. I guess I'll go back to the round table hold. Maybe someone's selling it over there.
It's purchasable from Brother Forking for 11,000 runes. After you move to the gold map location at Atlas Plateau.
I don't
Well,
like this.
That's not going to be possible.
I'm guessing.
Well, this is the round table hold. Put in his spell bearing. Spell bearing. Yes.
I don't remember killing him though. Yeah, I don't think I have his bell bearing. Last time I saw him, he was alive.
Maybe if you go to where it's supposed to be, like at the plateau, you'll find his corpse.
I will.
I'm going to excuse myself for this because Mother Nature is screaming at me.
Proud of this guy. Very good at the spam.
Yep. He certainly
Oh my god. I ran out of juice. Glad he just decided to stop doing that. Yeah, I got this rotten staff. Ooh. Minka lands Night Sword. Have we reached? I've been here already. I think we have. Yeah. So,
No, you could have.
that's just another way to get. Well, what's up?
It's a funny thing because this is actually the shortcut down.
The shortcut down?
Okay, to Michaela. Not
Hmm.
Michaela, Millennia. You know that elevator you rode up?
Huh?
Technically, you can fall down, die on contact of the elevator, cause the elevator to rise up, and then ride the elevator down.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I
There's-
don't know if they've patched that out.
It's respectable. Okay, I don't suppose that jump is worth it now.
Well, there are some things up here that you haven't actually explored yet.
Yeah. No, that whole pathway down there. Oh, that's the doorway. I think where the knights are. I fought before. And that item looks enticing, but not quite enough. Maybe I'll go explore it a little later. Ooh, boss door. Ooh, did we make it?
What do you think?
I mean, that's a big maybe, which in that case, now I have to decide what my strategy here is. Honestly, I think for the sake of making things interesting, I'm gonna have to go the Reaper route. Oh yes, it is. I've only seen these in storybooks and songs. Now I'm here for real. We made it. The tree looks like a lady. This is exciting.
And back.
David, look, I made it.
Oh no, Eddie. Why'd you bust into her room?
I didn't mean to. The door was shrouded. I didn't know what was inside.
Why didn't you knock?
There was no.
Dreamt for
You
so
can't.
long.
You can't knock on veil.
Knock on the door frame.
My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return.
Oh boy, here we go.
Heed my words. I am Melania, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
Oh, here we go. Ah! She's very quick. Oh, that is painful.
Blade of Mikola.
Well,
Okay.
You can't say you beat her on the first try.
Nope.
And there's your...
My runes are here. Is it that bad? We're not even gonna let you. We're gonna show you pity and give you your runes from outside the door. Here
Well,
you
the
go.
fact that you died so quickly that the last spot was right on the way.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
Bleed isn't the way to go here. Maybe it still isn't. We'll see. Very just my phantom ability is not gonna cut it here. maybe I'll stick to some magic abilities.
And Eddie dies immediately now. Oh, hey, look, there's another room there.
Ooh.
And now Eddie doesn't have to worry about materialistic things.
It's only like 30,000 or something, so I wasn't gonna bother.
Enough for a donut.
Enough for about, 100 volts.
I'm going to forego Phantom Slash because I don't think that's going to work on her. Let's see if I can fight her at range. The trusty Black Flame. You're gonna dodge like that? Oh. Oh my god, she tech dodged that. Ooh. Nope. It'd be funny if this is the fight where I probably need to learn how to need to just parry.
Well, it probably would help, actually.
Mm-hmm. It probably would. Oh, I didn't realize that lightning didn't do a whole lot of damage at all. Or the oh, shit. Okay, nope. I understand what happened. Fuck.
Eddie,
Can you care to explain to the viewers?
She regen. I can't let her touch me at all! Okay, fine. That only means long game it is. Fuck. Wish you're gonna dodge. No! Draw her in. Yep, come on. Right, yep. Oh, she's doing the thing! Man, that is gnarly. Okay, so maybe I need to go Dragon Fist. Yeah, that works pretty nice. Nope, leave me alone. Ah, crap. Don't life steal from me. I deserve that. Ah! God, I wish you took more stun damage from that. Damn it!
Blade of Mikola.
But I liked it. That worked a lot better drawing her in like that. It just would be nice if the Dragon Fist would do a little bit more poise damage, but it might not. Meaning I can take it. Hope for. That's okay. That was a pretty good strat. So let's keep that going. Oh, that hurts so much. Way to close the distance. Ah!
Blade of Mikola.
I don't know. I just realized I'm not hearing the commentary anymore, and also buffering a lot, though. I expect it's unrelated.
Actually, no.
Now everyone's just quiet.
Yeah, everyone's just quiet for commentary, Eric.
I mean, I won't lose focus if you guys have things to say. It's not going to bother me at this point.
The buffering is a thing, though.
It is?
Yeah.
At least
on the side stream, it's showing up a exclamation point.
Oh, let me see. I wonder if it's acting up.
Eh,
Oh yeah, I see. I see the red mark of worry. So yeah, it is acting up a little bit. Ah! I had all my health, so who cares? Oh. Run, buddy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that.
no burritos.
Yeah, she's certainly tough, but it's kind of fun. Well, we can definitely keep this going for a little while. See if I can manage to beat her as is. If not, I can always try my red flames and see if they do any better. Spoiler, they might not.
Spoiler, it won't happen. That's right.
Oh. Check. Oh wow.
Ate it.
I mean, I heard ate it as in like came back.
No, she ate my fireball when I didn't expect her to. It caught me by surprise. Oh, she grabbed me!
I am Melania. Nicola.
It hurts so much!
It hurts, but I mean,
She tossed me with not even her robot arm. It was the real arm that tossed me into the air like a ragdoll.
Are you sure
Now
that
I'm
was
hearing
with her
from-
sword arm, which is her unreal arm?
I thought it was her other arm that she threw me with.
I mean, she could have grabbed you with the real arm and put you on the sword.
You know what? Let's find out. Let's see if she grabs me again.
and now I'm hearing.
Is the stream still misbehaving?
Yes.
Yes.
That's odd. Normally it would fix itself by now. Oh, I heard a noise I don't like. Are you all still there?
Yeah,
We're still
Okay.
here. Still here.
Okay. I heard a noise I didn't like, so I wasn't sure if it was...
we are in fact still alive.
Blade of Mikula.
For being Scarlet Rot Lady, she's not inflicting Scarlet Rot like I thought she would.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I can expect it still. Not all her tricks have been revealed. Of course not. I haven't even gotten her half health yet. Let's make things interesting this time. Let's expend a rune arc. Hearing Windows noises I don't want to hear. Yep. Come to my trap card!
Oh, it actually worked that time.
No. No! No! Dude, that's gonna be a problem because when she does that wind up, because I'm in the middle of that attack, it still goes through. I don't have time to dodge after that. Shit. What am I gonna do about that? I almost have to get lucky and hope she doesn't do that, but that'd be stupid.
I mean, if you can figure out the timing behind the windup, then you can just be ready to dodge when it's coming.
Maybe I can't bait her in like I was before. Here's just something a little different from this time. You want to immediately do the follow-up attack. It'll draw her in, wait for her to attack. Ah. I think I can work with that. I just gotta get better at figuring her out now. Almost like I'm gonna have to try to draw her in, let her attack, and get her when she's open. Yeah, but I gotta be a lot better about dodging her if that's gonna be the case. Use the black flame to draw her in. Comes in. It's better.
Blade of Mikula.
Ooh. Okay. That was tough to dodge. But I dodged a couple of those. Again, if I can just get better at dodging them more thoroughly, that would be good for me. Actually,
I think it's Twitch. Even the ads are buffering, but only Twitch. They took a couple refreshes back in, 22 FPS and 30-second latency. There's the buffering. Yeah, something's been blah apparently. Let's see. I think it's working for me now. After that last pause on pause, it's back to 60 FPS and normal 3 to 4 second buffer. Sorry for not paying too much attention. It's just trying to do a couple of things at the same time.
Use a different potion mix. It's supposed to help me with dodging a little bit. Let's see if that helps.
I mean, what was the mix that led you to just explode by yourself?
There's like this exploding thingy there. I saw. So we'll do what we did last time. Draw her in. Be like that. Do this. And I missed. Oh boy. Dodge, you fool! Ow! Yeah, fuck! I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that.
I don't know. It's a pretty big tell when she's about to do it.
Looking at
Yeah.
the shapes of those AoEs, it looks like you might need to dodge through her for those, rather than away from
Yeah, and that's what I was hoping to do, but I wasn't. I was not ready in that moment to do that. So that was bad.
Just say you panic.
Thanks. Also, Shawkin.
Blade of Michael.
Oh, this is like 7 or 8.
You're pretty close to already hitting that, yes.
Yeah. We're basically matching your sub streak, Oso.
Oh no, we far exceeded the sub streak. We've hit the sub streak again a couple times over.
So ×2 or getting close to ×3.
I would say probably ×3 at this point, if not more.
Only I've died less than 10 times to her.
You have
Yeah,
that is shenanigans.
it's not 30.
Well, the sub streak is 7, so ×3 is 21.
It's not 20. It's not 20 either. It's less than 10 for sure.
No way in hell it's less than 10.
Admittedly, like, I am playing. I sub script,
Which is 49.
yeah.
We're not there yet,
We're not there yet,
but that is
Might-
young.
but we might actually get there.
Blade of Michael.
All of a sudden, all I can think of is Cos or Cosm.
Was it Cosm?
Michaela. All I can think of is Mikolash from Bloodborne.
Said it some 50 some odd times.
Probably some odd times, yeah. melee, Big Lash was more of a puzzle boss, where this is straight up, do you know mechanics?
I'm understanding the patterns, and we've already pretty much set the pattern out left. Because the nastiest part of the combination is the signal flash.
But I got her down. Unfortunately, off stream. Yeah, that's not fun when you finally beat the crap out of her and you're trying to stream this.
That move, however, is very effective.
No! Ah,
Blade.
too bad. Almost as bad as getting hit and dying is getting hit and she gets that heal. Ah.
Sorry, commentator audio is really low compared to game audio.
Is it?
It's not good.
Do I need to raise you guys up?
Yeah.
You've raised me up. And I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird.
Okay, I bumped it up.
So hopefully that's better then.
Nothing.
Much better.
Excellent.
There we go.
Oh, out of
Yep,
juice.
you are out of mana. You forgot to rejuice after the buff.
The buff.
I think.
Yep. Oh, come on. Give me.
I was trying to play Magic the Gathering Arena.
Man, it's like she really knows that I'm in trouble. Well, let off.
She just shoved that straight up.
Ah.
Like, you were rolling, it's like, I see butthole. Zorp.
She tried sword butthole.
I sword butthole.
She made her own hole. Yeah, my uppercut is pretty good for this. And I gotta learn to dodge better.
Couldn't find the back hole, made a front hole.
Oof. Bonus hole next to the peepee hole.
That's all.
Decide to reopen the belly button?
Possibly. Damn it, she ran away.
Oh,
Blade.
it got me with my back dodge.
For Elden Stream nights, we should probably get the Stream Element spot with Command Dead, so we can keep a counter on how many times he died that night.
If only he thought about that earlier in our Elden Ring conquesting.
Yeah. Too bad I said that literally on what's shaping up to be probably like our maybe not Eric Foxy's secret bonus hole.
Secret bonus hole! I have several thousand channel points to barter. Sadly, we have nothing to barter for.
Oh, that one just didn't work at all.
I mean, like, there's several things we could do, like the like everything is sausage emotes, or he's just a boy. I mean, like, those would be weird emotes to have, but, like, they would definitely meet the channel stuff. Like,
Oh
he's
God.
just a boy.
Also, no. Also, what are you doing?
No, that is not going to
Also,
happen.
that is bad. That is a bad Oso.
I have a
I'm
stream
not going to.
and I have a hot tub, so this is possible. But it is the
Where?
bane.
If that
It,
happens,
it is
if
the
that
bane.
happens, if that happens, that's going to be the end of my involvement with
Yeah,
FRG.
it is the bane of the existence of my co-host.
I cannot condone, and in fact must condemn hot tub stream.
If you do a hot tub stream, Eddie, you have to do it either in a bikini or a Borat-style onesie.
Yeah, you say that like that's like, oh no, never
Not
mind.
necessarily. Not necessarily. OTV did give us a secondary option. You can do it in handmade outfit.
I could highlight 791 messages if I wanted to.
Yes.
Actually, should
How
I
much
do a
are
different
highlights?
voice for the highlighted ones?
Yeah, more of a booming. The voice
Whoa.
is gone.
How do you do highlighted?
highlight 791 messages if I wanted to.
We really want that as your
I don't-
highlight voice? I don't know about that.
I mean, like, I could yell, but I don't want to do that.
Well, I don't think you should yell either. There's gotta be something else we could do for a highlight.
I mean,
Yeah, I could highlight 1,800 messages, but that just gets boring.
Well, I don't have a voice changer, so
See, this is why some channels create special stuff for their points instead of just the defaults.
I mean, we need to figure it out, but it'd be like, oh, hey, he's just a boy, everything is sausages, and Eddie
Can I get
has
it more
died
obvious?
X times.
Well, no, you wouldn't. Dead counter would be a command for like a stream elements boss. It wouldn't be a point redemption. Point redemptions are things for like you can do like a hydration check, a sponsor check, things like that.
I want to set up those blurp sound alert things, maybe.
I mean, again, that's kind of that you could do that through stream elements. That's how I
Yeah.
finally have mine set up. Is someone helped me set up stream elements for it.
I definitely need to look into it.
So it's been on my to-do list too. I just haven't.
Funny thing is, I don't know how to do it. They set it up for me, so I just know that it's in there.
They just, here's how it's done, have fun, and you're like,
No,
okay.
they didn't even. No, they didn't even. Here's how it's done. Like literally, they were like, "Here, make me an editor on your channel." Okay, here you go. Okay, I set it up for you. Have fun.
Oh, you're coming
So it
in.
was, here's it done.
Yeah, exactly. Not here's how it's done. Here's it already done for you.
Here's it done.
I mean, I'm not complaining because the overlay he made me and him setting it up and all that was actually pretty sweet.
That's I just,
And I don't have to worry about because I was doing the overlay manually in OBS, which was a pain in the ass. Now it's just built in as a scene that I switched.
Oh,
yeah.
he didn't get stunned.
ba-ba-ba.
Took it like a tank. Okay, I'm gonna give this one more try, and then I'm gonna switch to a rapier and see if it does me any good at all.
Rompier.
well, you haven't switched over to that
Sith.
fire spell.
Oh, that too.
The what?
The spell of fire. The spell of ice and fire.
I'll also try my big lightning, but that doesn't solve me having to learn how to dodge her. That was not good.
Not especially. You've had better starts. That one was not a bad trade. course, the slow regen definitely helps. All right, closing. Double.
Oh no.
Oh, there's that. You need to remember when she gets hang time, you need to dodge through, not dodge back or side.
Mm-hmm. I attempted to, but it wasn't. It was not at the right angle, I guess. Okay, let's. Why not? At this point.
Oh.
Oh, but I can't use my dragon. That's the problem with these shields.
Maybe if you put the shield on the other hand instead. You switch hand, which hand is shield and which hand is dragon. Yep.
No, but now I can't. I can't. Nope. Can't block now. So no.
Oh. So you get to pick either block or dragon. That's not a great debate, because the dragon spent a lot of your damage.
You know, for the sake of just seeing if it's even worth using my shield, let's just see how well it fares.
Oh god.
Ah, it was the other hand.
Ooh, that was fun.
The good news is the shield held it pretty well.
Until she decided to yeet you onto her sword.
Yeah.
Or I should say yeet you into the air and then catch you on her sword.
So now the only thing I can think of is that, can I switch to my shield fast enough when I see her telegraph the move? That might be the other thing I can try. Let's try that. I can. It's only one button to switch to the shield. Should be able to do it before she lands the hit. The only problem will be is that if I'm in the middle of a dragon uppercut, which he doesn't.
Don't forget potion.
Okay, I'm looking over. Hey, what to do with channel points? And some of them are really weird. Like, give your pet.
Yeah, some people do that. There's a few in there that I looked at and I was like, that's not something I would do with it.
Oh, like extend stream by X amount of time.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe on that one. But, you know, that's... I mean, why do that when there's a subathon option? But, like, there's, like, control, like, choose where to raid at the end of the stream. There, you can do, like, hydration checks, posture checks, just general wellness type stuff for the streamer.
Do sit-ups, squat, other exercises. That
could be cruel. But the other thing that you can do though is you can do a limited number of redemptions per person and per stream. So like for hydration on mine, I think I have mine capped at 8 per person with like a 10 or 15 minute cooldown and 15 per stream.
What's hydration mean in this case?
Literally, you have
go
to
get a drink of water.
I mean, you can do water. You can do. I basically said non-soda. I was like, I will drink something that is non-soda. Because water is disgusting, and I won't drink water. I can't abide that life.
Wow, damn.
That was actually a one-shot. That was a true proper one-shot.
God, that would have been good if she. Yeah, that one-shot. Shit. And that was me buff too. God damn.
Also trying to get a free hydration check.
Hydration. So I can see if I can get her to the point where she does that long combo and test whether I can switch to my shield fast enough. But we haven't even gotten back there yet.
I'd rather be a dive throat. Dragon Ball, block the Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but there's
screwed
still
up.
water in your soda.
There is.
Dear Liza,
yes.
dear Liza.
There is very much water in my soda, and I have been extremely addicted to caffeine for a long time, so I have a very high tolerance to the diuretic effect.
Oh, yeah, that was just all bad. Come on, I just want to see if that shield will work against that combo. Come on. Let me get back to that.
What, you're thinking of parrying that?
I want to at least block it, if not parry it, but parrying will be an option if it blocking turns out to be so.
Okay.
I'm just exploring my options before I go back to Fire Sword. That's all.
ITT juice and soda are valid forms of hydration. Also, water tastes like sand.
Okay, that's a good use of that voice. I approve of that.
Well, that's the highlight voice.
Yeah, I like that one. It was better than the other one you did.
It's the
You said-
same voice.
There were small differences.
That one sounds
I
like you're
think
doing
I
a Ford
put a little
commercial.
Texan in it, but
Yeah,
You did
I-
put a little Texan in it.
Like you're doing a Ford commercial, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so apparently I need to go with my gravelly Texan voice.
You need to channel your inner Texan oil man.
I need to channel my inner.
This stream runs on grit and pure American crude.
So I need to channel my inner cowboy.
Ah,
Anything can
no!
cause
Oh,
more
shit!
like-
No! Ah, I know. I tried. Oh, I tried to switch. I didn't catch it in time. Fuck.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what the name of this attack is?
No. How could I possibly know?
Squiggly spooge.
It's probably the special attack from whatever weapon she drops for you.
If you prefer.
Finish sentence?
No,
that
that's,
was the
that's
sentence.
all it is. Oh wait. Okay, that one was good, Eric. That's good. Because I had screwed up Eric Foxy's earlier attempt at like Dragon.
We're trying Red Lightning. Fuck you, lady.
Dragon Ball Z.
And of course, you just walked right next to it. Damn it, we're doing it again.
No, I'll just watch this side.
Aha!
And then she walks into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
the funny
don't
thing
think
is
this is
it's not
efficient.
very effective.
No,
It's
but
a lot less damage than both your Dragon Punch and also your Black Flame.
it keeps her at a distance. I like the distance part of the equation.
Okay, actually that one was actually halfway decent. Also, you can't afford to do it anymore.
No,
I guess
no,
you
he
can.
can
Never mind.
afford to do it at least 2 more times.
I saw it grayed out and didn't even realize that he
Oh,
switched
no,
off his symbol.
The dot, it just went above her head.
That's the problem with the strafing that she's doing, is because it does those narrow paths. It's very easy for her to dodge if she's intentionally acting.
And she's gonna let me. She's not really stopping me from doing this, so let's see. Let's keep it going, I guess.
Just cheap spam this. Oh, nope. Torch! Oh, you're blocking it. Nice.
Just to see if it would work, and it did.
Very well.
What happened? What? I was pressing the button.
You are pressing it at the right time.
By the way,
Press
did
buttons.
did Did she regain health when I was blocking her attacks? I could not tell.
Yes.
Was
Okay.
she? I couldn't
I'm
tell
checking.
either.
I'm looking at it.
I wouldn't be surprised, but also if she did, it wasn't all that much considering where her health was. So it doesn't make it not viable. Oh, by the way, the other thing I got to change. If I'm going to do this, I need to pick the right physic because right now I have the fire one.
It's actually a bit significant if she does. Because she basically, gained enough back, the amount of damage that you did with 2 lightning, she actually regenerated.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I had plenty of lightning, so I'm not too worried. Considering that I can live through it, that was the important part.
That is a valid point. That is a very valid point.
Let's see if we can make this work at all. Maybe that was just a fluke.
Mana. You keep trying to go in with a half bar. Okay, see, that was a good hit. When you get a good hit, it's actually very effective. When you get a no hit, it's very ineffective.
I think I shouldn't be too afraid of letting her get close. That's what I'm going to do this time.
Coming.
Yeah, she does get health back, that's true, but I can live with that.
Not a ton of it, though.
Okay, now I gotta get back off her because if she does the grab, I can't do anything about that. Come on. It's not letting give me space again, which is the smart thing to do. Don't give me space, but okay, give me space, thank you.
Partially resisted that one.
Try getting her in the water. She waded in the water and she got red lightning all wet. What? I don't know.
That strafe is what's dangerous.
Although
It
she's
ends up causing you to miss. Partially resist. Oh, shield. Okay, you are.
I have enough stamina to survive it, so goody goody gumdrops. I could now that I know we can survive it, I could get brave and try a parry, but I guess let's not push our luck just yet.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how parry would look on that. Oh! Oh, I see what the good hits are. The good hits is when you barely when you catch her on both sides with bolts.
Ah! No!
And you need mana.
That was frightening. Thunderbolts and lightning.
They're not very, very frightening her. Shield. Yep, you are.
Oh, she cut me through. That's
she broke
okay.
your shield.
But I lived, so that is fine with me.
And I take back what I said before. She is actually getting a pretty decent chunk out back from those.
So maybe I should
It's
risk
becoming a
parrying.
little more of attrition-y.
Maybe I should risk trying to parry or something.
The problem is that I don't know how effective that's gonna be.
It also is how many times can I damage her before she does the combo.
And hopefully not with her heavily resisting like that last.
Oh boy.
Oh god, shield!
Yeah, nothing I could do about it. Just too
Yeah,
late.
you were stuck in the casting animation.
I guess I let her get too close that time. Okay, so it was working to a degree, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and try just
It was working until it wasn't.
stunning her and see how effective that is. Oh, I should go get the right spell mix. Bird, let me solar her when I need him.
He's retired.
Clearly, it took too long to get here. Okay. Let's do this. Oh no. I realized too late what she was doing. I couldn't get the shield out.
Right, severe inattentiveness was death.
I mean, that's the cause of death in 90% of Souls-like games. I mean, one time when I was playing Dark Souls, was it 3? Yeah, 3. I literally, it's like, I'm just fighting a dog, and I backward jumped off a cliff. That was jump shit.
Remember, the environment can also.
Gotta remember to pull out the damn shield. Although I'm glad to see that she's got resistance to my flame attack, so it gives me options. Oh boy. Closed in real good there. Yeah, I don't know if you all know this, but she's a pretty hard boss.
You don't say.
But to their credit, it doesn't feel cheap. I really like this boss. I don't feel cheated. Fire service. Oh bueno.
Blade of Mikola.
So it's done. Nope. Couldn't switch to the shield fast enough. Her getting stunned by the firewall was unexpected. Threw me off. Way too much. Alright, let's go again. I just rolled into everything. Like an idiot.
Face tanked it like a man.
But my face is in a tank. What was I thinking?
How you train stealth potential? It's kind of like it's just enter sneak mode, and then spin around in a circle like a crazy person while crouched on the ground in front of other people.
You trying to race Pokemon?
Because you can't get stealth skill unless you can be observed.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Unless there are enemies around, you cannot get stealth skill. So basically, you just go in the middle of town, crouch down on the ground, and spin in a circle like a crazy person, and that counts as training stealth.
That feels backwards to me. But then, how do you gauge?
You know how you train toughness?
Hmm.
Get your shit pushed in.
That one makes more sense.
It's the only way to get stronger, is to get beat up.
What are you, Saiyans?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. It's like Saiyan logic. As long as it doesn't kill you, you come back tougher.
What if that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger was an anime?
Pretty much unmodded. The only way to get any skill in the game is to do the thing. To get better at lockpicking, you have to pick locks. To get better at thieving, you have to steal.
Blade of Orkla.
Athletics is like the first skill and everybody raises. That's probably one of the first skills you should raise.
Pretty valuable.
Yeah, because you get athletics by running, and the higher your athletics skill, the faster you go. So you want to get your athletics trained pretty early, so in case you run into something that you really can't deal with, you're at least faster than it. Because nothing's worse than coming up against a super monster that you know is going to kill you in one hit, and knowing that it's faster than you.
Why? She's so freaking resistant.
Try using your weird zappy death power.
The what?
The one that knocks off a chunk of their health bar.
Oh, that spell. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. That
Kind
might
of help
help a little
counteract
bit.
her healing.
That would
That and
probably help a
summon
little bit.
Tish. Tish is good against Melania.
I'm gonna see if I can do without summoning though. But yeah, that would be a good idea too. But let's...
I'm gonna do a quick check on something that's come out today. Well, technically 2 days ago. Huh, mostly positive. Interesting. Let's see.
What's the positive?
Gundam Evolution, the what was it, hero shooter?
Yeah.
Gundam?
Yeah.
And I have also learned something new about this game. Apparently being naked is a bonus to stealth.
Let's see here. Did not like. Wow, the game just released and already people are playing like a bunch of sweating tryharding. That's not a review.
Yeah, no,
I am Melania.
let's get good.
Blade of Orkla.
No crouching. Can't get on top of objects. Gunplay is mediocre. I wouldn't recommend this. Anyone play. That one's a bit more okay. But
Yeah,
then
when
again, like why do you need crouching?
That one is a bit more, yeah, it's like a bit more of talking about the game design philosophy, rather than, oh, why is everybody so sweaty?
Ah, here we go. That's not an appropriate one, but it's the please add the not a feature that should not be in a gun in an FPS game.
Hmm.
Okay, here's a proper review. First hour of gameplay, honestly a decent Overwatch clone. Okay. Major pros, each character feels unique. For a free-to-play game, you start with easily 2/3 of the roster, which means that the last third you can probably unlock just by playing the game. Too early to tell how the matchmaking skill-wise, since it's new. Major cons are the UI is usable but confusing in bits. Buggy loading screens with players showing as not connected, but they are. One match also randomly dropped as a no contest 3 seconds after starting. That's kind of bad. And this is a recommended. This is a recommended one. Last issue's map flows. Some maps are very fun, however, most do not account for the vertical use of some characters. You have to have characters with abilities that send them basically flying, and then they land on surfaces that are just slide off of. No collision or animation, just continual fall. Other thing is bottlenecks. One map had a spawn point that was super easy to spawn, trap the attackers. Not an issue on every map, but a concern. So this one was like, it has potential. And there's the standard Ziggs Dion post. Somebody asking for Gundam Wing, which I think Gundam Wing is actually in the game. No, wait. No, it overlaps with a couple of characters. It sounds like it's too early to honestly tell if the game is going to be good or not.
But you expect that patches will make it better, you think?
Well, it's probably going to be a like balancing. Admittedly, I'm still really weirded out by the fact that they included freaking Blue Destiny as an actual playable mech.
Err on the side of it's not going to be good, but that's only because I'm a no fun curmudgeon. Everything's bad, nothing's good.
Okay, so they finally released some of the full roster. Okay, we have... But yeah, it got released today, apparently. But I'm not necessarily going to download it because it's like 40 gigabytes.
And what kind of game is it?
Hero shooter.
Hero
oh,
shooter.
Yeah, you said Overwatch.
That's why that's why they said Overwatch clone.
Yeah.
Although some people are like, no crouching. It's like, you don't generally see mobile suits crouching.
Mobile suits can crouch. You crouch on
I'm not saying they
talking about.
can. I'm not saying they can't, but generally you're not going to be crouching.
I can crouch on its back. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about, like, kneeling?
Yeah. That's crouching. People in this post-apocalyptic world need better customer service. Somebody comes into your shop to buy things, you probably shouldn't greet them with by calling them transient.
I hate that word.
One of them literally called me a cocksucker one time.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, yes, I'm so glad I chose your establishment. The apocalypse. People aren't required to have manners.
People are required to be jackasses and assholes.
Hey, 2 days of work and we raised maybe $1,000. Back to it, maids.
Time to buy another maid and see if they would stick with you.
Alright. I don't need any more maids only because I realized something with having all of these maids. I don't have any repair kits,
Oof.
so every time they get hurt, they just slowly die.
But then you build more.
But I want to keep the ones I already have. I'd be super sad if they died.
Can you make repair kits?
No, I don't. Probably could in the future, but for
Not
now
at
I
this
have to
stage
buy
yet.
them. Yeah, not at this stage in the game. I have to buy them, and they are ridiculously expensive. Because I don't know, lost technology or some crap.
Something technology lost. Something complete.
Yeah.
Blade of Mikola.
Why not destroy?
The army.
Oh, come on. Let me get this. Let me bring it out. To survive this time.
Blade of Mikola.
Oh, I know. Get it ready.
I didn't think that the red flame isn't going to help because I hit her twice in a row and she still took it like a boss. Ah.
Yeah, he just got really high stagger.
Mm-hmm.
God, she knows the lost art of poise.
And every time I think I've learned a little about her moves, next time they catch me, regardless. She has that small, like, half-second wind-up that I react too soon to.
Blade of Mikola.
You know what? Maybe I am just gonna have to learn to parry her. This is gonna be the only parry boss I actually come across. Yeah. Sure, why not? Let's go for it. I just immediately get grabbed, of course.
Blade of Mikola.
Excuse me.
I think now we're approaching Ozo's.
But yeah, we're way past it.
I am Melania.
Parried her once. Let's go in and learn how to parry.
Open up the cafe, our fortunes return. Yep, I'm playing post-apocalyptic samurai desert wasteland game. I am going to open a main cafe.
I am Melania. Blade of Mikola.
I hit her once. You know what? I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I have an idea. Well, an idea is too generous a word. Where is Alexander at?
Who's that being fed to?
That was kind of an out loud question. I need to go find him and fight him.
That was a one-shot, Eddie.
Because he grabbed me. It hurt. I need to go find him and fight him and get his item. That could be a difference maker, but I mean that's at this point a total unguarantee. Lack of a guarantee. Let's see, this is the health tree roots. That guy lost his head. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh. Meanie, meanie.
Oh, we decided to switch somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm looking for Alexander.
Yeah, I think Eddie's just kind of burned himself out.
No, I need his item. So I can potentially have my chances raised a little bit. Potentially, I haven't actually. It's all conjecture on whether it will help him. Ah. Okay, got him. Okay, I thought it was in this direction. It must be somewhere else. On this ladder. Platform. Hmm. Hmm. Go back that way. Maybe I need to go from over here.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
Oh, there he is. How is the best way to get to him? Who's the one making the light? Jeez. Oh, here you are. Okay. Now, any path I take going this way. I get dizzy just looking at that. Oh, there isn't a path.
Oh, you're trying to find see him?
Yeah, because I see him over there, and I'm just trying to find what's the path to get to him.
It's a bit circular when you think about it.
Looks like it.
Can you go to the teleport menu?
Sure.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what is the best point where it changes over. Alright, go to the twin god eaters, or what they called? Yeah. The no. The one where you fought the two bosses.
Oh, well,
I'm trying to remember what they're called.
I think that was the Dragon Temple.
Yeah. Go to the Go to the altar.
Okay. Go where you would naturally go to progress the dungeon area, I guess.
Let me see. All but forgotten at this point.
I think you're going in the right direction. Or no.
No, because it's that would have been the room.
Yeah.
One of the rooms before then, so opposite direction.
Go north. And try to find a elevator.
Okay, I think I'm going the wrong direction now.
No, you're on the right direction.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not what I meant.
Well, I'm just checking over here, just in case. But... So it seems like it's going
Go
up.
left versus right.
Margamitas, you're still in the call, right?
I'm still here.
Trying to remember where this elevator is, because isn't that how you get to the upper area? Oh, go up.
Oh, it's been so long since I played this game, I do not remember anything about the navigation of this area.
Well,
Oh,
there's the elevator.
There's a door I haven't opened before for some reason. Pretty sure this wasn't the first time I've been here, but there it is. Got me all those keys. Oh, and it's going up. Oh,
Elevator.
nice. Watch out and touch Grace.
Okay, this area is going to continue for a bit. I mean, you have to go navigate it to get to where,
Buddy Palamigo
Primary.
is.
yes.
Okay. It's reasonable. Let's start with you. You look more intimidating. Yep. The Lord's Rune. Oh. This is why I needed that light disc, Billy. David, you were looking that up before, right? Did we?
I told you where it was.
That's right. It was Corbin.
Corhin.
You know what?
Which
Let's detour and go
Cornish,
look for him.
Atlas Plateau.
There
He's
he is.
dead.
If he's dead, I guess that's where his body is, according to the map. We shall see. I see an item on the floor, so that might be it. Yep, Corin's bell. Yep.
He did.
There's a link.
Oh, I'm going to... Oh, it's... Never mind. I got myself confused. I don't see that spell in here. We need to go talk to Turtle Pope.
Maybe?
Space Pope.
Hi, Turtle Pope. You're the best.
Greetings.
It would be Discus.
To experience absolution.
I mean, it's not in here, not in the list. So
And it's an incantation.
that only Corbin can teach?
Purchase from Corbin after he moves from Goldmask's location at the Atlas Plateau.
After he moves from the plug location at Atlas Plateau.
Which
Apparently
means
you didn't advance his quest line long enough for him to actually get that spell.
so it's now barred from you, Eddie.
Why can't
Sounds
get
like
it on?
this- Yep, sounds like you can't get it this playthrough.
Well, that
Yep.
stinks.
You have to do it next playthrough, which I don't think you want to do that.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, whatever.
I need a 13 intelligence, so I would have had enough too. Triple shame. Okay. Well, back to a regularly scheduled program. Oh, wrong temple. Doggo. Hi, Doggo. No, wrong one. Ah, doing that. There we go. Undead shenanigans are done. Happy how all the enemies are just hanging from the tree here. That's really unsettling.
Never heard of Sky Burial?
Heard of it, sure. Still creepy AF. Oh, I gotta see that's golden. And an art that's ruined. I think we made it.
And Eddie falls off the edge into the abyss.
Would be fun.
Pot! I mean, Alexander!
Well, do talk to him before you attack him.
I will, but finish powering
Eddie
up.
just accidentally attacks him. Whoops!
We all know where this is going.
For me.
Ah, I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, I can't believe you felled that giant. It was practically a god. I doubt there's another soul out there who could have done the same. Of course, I count myself the great Alexander among many, which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you.
Grab that item behind him, Eddie.
Ruin that is
You
golden.
are ready then? Then let us begin.
Let us begin.
I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend
Oh, that
That's
fist
an
is...
ability.
That's an iron fist if I've ever seen one.
But he's a pot!
As I suspected, victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking. My
Fuck.
thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Oh, that is a... Jesus.
So you got his meat, and you got a pot sherd.
Which is what I need to complete the ensemble. And see if it helps me at all
Pack of
Boost.
skills.
Which means my fire ability now is that much grosser, hopefully.
It's not grossly incandescent, Eddie. No way it is.
Only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Do you want a bug on your head? That's how you get a bug on your head.
Every time I think of that phrase, I always imagine him just standing there and like pouring a whole bottle of Sunny D all over his face.
I think that was a meme one time where it was quite literally it's like if I could be grossly incandescent and he's just full jug of Sunny D and like covered in glow stick stuff.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, and with that, because we're getting close to time, I'll give this a few more tries and then probably call it a night if I can't do it soon. Because at this point, if I can't beat my current kit, then I'm really going to have to rest well and think hard about how I'm going to defeat this boss. Because I've already died to this boss way more than the other one.
Well, I mean, it is kind of one of those, like, not an easy boss in any, like,
Yeah.
in your first attempts.
True that. Let's do this.
Roy Jenkins.
Off to a great start so far. Ah.
Blade of Michael.
Dead. Immediately.
Okay, I was expecting that spell to instantly stumble her.
Did not. That's kind of surprising to an extent.
Okay. It is going to make it easier. Hopefully I actually am able to stun her a couple times this time, but that was not a good round for me, regardless.
Lightly used clothing store. Ignore the blood stains.
Hey, now that I would have thought she'd be stunned by now already, but no. So, unfortunately, Alexander's shard still wasn't enough to put her in stun territory.
I think it's one of those, like...
Leave me alone! There we go.
Takes 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah. And nearly consecutively, 3 of them.
You might want to run away. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I just feel like she's going to. Uh-oh.
The switch over to the shield is not as fast as I would like, and I panic press it. I need to just trust that the game is going to switch over the shield and give it a second to do it.
Trust your instincts.
The other thing that would be nice is if I can pick up on which combo she's going to use before she uses it, but I learned the tells for that. You know how to survive that.
Blade of Mikola.
Oh no, did the game crash? The game got tired of me playing.
Game was like, you've died too many times.
If it really crashed it, I'm just going to take it as a sign that it's time to quit for today.
I think that if the game did crash, I think you've tried too many times at this point.
Yeah, it's telling me wait to respond. I think the game is done with me. The game's telling me throw in the towel. That's it. Crashed. Well, forget it. Yep, we got to her, but I'm gonna need to sleep on how to beat her because I didn't even get close today.
I mean, you got to her, which was technically the progress that you were hoping for.
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to actively beat her because it was like, oh no, she's that type of person.
The lightning seemed like it was the most effective one, but I don't know. I could try that some more.
I mean, there's a strategy you haven't tried.
Hmm.
Parry.
I did try parry.
He's very good.
I mean, I could give in and just use a summon, and that might help a lot. I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if it didn't help a lot. It probably would help a ton. Just the fire attacks alone, while the summon is dealing with the problem, would probably gain me the win. But I'll say that as an absolute last resort. I will.
Actually, I
Hmm.
no wait, you can. I did see the symbol on there. So.
Oh yeah, summoning. Yeah. So but I'll sleep on my tactics and see what else I need to do. And yeah, we'll save summoning as a last resort. That all being said, we're done for today. FRG will be back on Friday. Y'all are still actually. What are y'all playing right now? We've been going back and forth between so many. I forgot what you guys play on regular Fridays.
Friday should be Chrono Cross.
Should be back with Chrono Cross, yeah.
Okay, all right. And then on Saturday we can decide if we want to go back to some Final Fantasy or come back to this. I guess it depends on what's going on in Final Fantasy since we haven't done that in a minute. So that could be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, yeah, we'll see y'all on Friday. Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.